Hi guys, this is a redirect to my reaction to One Piece episodes 595, 596 and 597. Before I say my thoughts about these episodes, I just want to say that on Patreon I will be reacting to Blue Exorcist and Overlord, just a trial reaction to those animes. They were requested by my patrons, so they're trial reactions to the first 3 episodes of those animes. I haven't done those reactions yet, but I will do those reactions in the month of March. And in April I'll be reacting to Cowboy Bebop and Food Wars, so just letting you know what reactions I'll do in March, which are Blue Exorcist and Overlord, and April is Cowboy Bebop, and I believe it's Food Wars as well. So yeah, just letting you know, if you're interested, you can become a patron. Alright, these episodes, wow, that ending. Literally, Caesar wrecked all of them. Like, I was like, whoa. He proper defeated them, and he was defeating them with, like, smartness and just... Oh, man, he's such a cruel man. Like, jeez, like, this guy, he wanted to create this nuclear weapon, a weapon that can literally destroy an island. Wow, and he actually managed to do that. He created Smiley. So in the first episode, Zoro, Brook, and Sanji in Nami's body, they were searching for the samurai who was looking for his torso. It turns out they did actually manage to find the samurai, but before that we actually saw a flashback of how the Yeti Brothers actually used this drunken state based gas on them to knock them out. So they didn't actually kill them. I didn't even think that they killed them, obviously, because they're main characters. So they knocked them out with that gas. So that means that they couldn't fight the Yeti Brothers head on. But luckily, actually, they used the gas to, like, make them fall into the spikes. So technically they did actually want to kill them, and they thought they killed them. But thankfully Zoro, like, he had kind of more tolerance. So he was able to cut through the spikes so that they don't fall on the spikes, they fall on the actual snow. So, you know, they're not dead. So, and then started, then Sanji in Nami's body started kicking the giant minions that are working for the master. Yeah, so they managed to find the samurai. The samurai was, like, freezing to death, and he found out that his torso is actually underwater, and that's why he's freezing so much, because his torso is underwater, so he's actually feeling where his torso is. So yeah, the obstacle is the fact that the torso is underwater. So later on, Sanji decided to actually go under the water to save the samurai, to get his torso and save the samurai. Wow, that's a lot of... That's very noble of Sanji to do. I don't like the fact that he was smoking in Nami's body. I don't like the fact that Smoker was, like, smoking in Tashigi's body, when Tashigi can't tolerate that much smoke, if you get me. Anyway, so yeah, that's that going on. And the other thing that's going on is that Law and Chopper need to investigate the drug, so they were trying to get inside the laboratory, trying to get to the master. And yeah, that's another storyline. The other storyline that was going on was that the big smiley monster is, like, dropping a lot of droplets, little droplets, like little minions of itself, onto the other side of the island. So apparently Smiley does not like the water in the lake, which is why Smiley can't actually cross the lake to get to the cold part of the island. So what Smiley did was, it was throwing a lot of little droplets of itself onto the icy part of the island. That way it can actually destroy the people there. So it's a very cruel, very smart plan by Caesar. Another shocking thing is that Caesar, he created Smiley. So Smiley is actually the living chemical weapon that destroyed the island in the first place, that destroyed Punk Hazard in the first place. Something that Vegapunk was wrongly accused for. So yeah, Smiley is the actual living chemical weapon that has the potential to destroy a whole island. I mean, it already destroyed Punk Hazard, but it's only getting more destroyed now. Um, yeah, that's just sad. Like the way they were showing flashbacks of all the wildlife getting killed by the poisonous gas that the chemical weapon was emitting. So basically Smiley the monster, it can emit a poisonous gas, and it was killing all the marines and the prisoners and all the wildlife in the island. In the flashback of when the chemical weapon exploded, blew up the whole island basically. So yeah, it was really sad seeing all the nature there getting destroyed and all those people getting killed by Caesar, the complete serial killer basically. So yeah, and he wants to destroy the island even more again, so to get rid of all the people there so that he doesn't get tracked down by the world government. So Luffy was trying to find the master. The pussy ass bitch, wouldn't show himself straight away. Eventually he did, and Luffy also came across Smoker and Tashigi and them lot who were fighting against the centaurs that are working for the master. And the centaurs, oh my days, they are so dumb. All of them are so gullible, and they keep thinking that the master is like this hero and that they can't even like make their own judgment. You know, like there's this smiley monster, and you're not figuring out that it was actually created by uh, Caesar. You know, so yeah, very gullible, and they'll fight against both Smoker and the Marines, and they'll fight against Luffy and them. So Luffy, Robin, and Franky made this epic entrance, and they were fighting against the centaurs, and the Marines were there as well. So 3 different groups. And then Caesar finally showed himself, and he actually revealed that Smiley is a creation, and that he can't actually get to the icy part of the island, which is why there's a lot of little droplets, and like a lot of the centaurs and Marines, well, the Marines, like they were actually trying to fight the slimy things, the little slimy things, but they couldn't because it's not an actual tangible thing. Once you get into contact with it, it will poison you. It will literally poison you, and that was a terrifying thing about the Smiley monster. You can't actually physically attack it. You can't get close to it. You can't get in touch with it. Otherwise, you will get poisoned. So Caesar, he used Smiley to encode Luffy entirely. It turns out that Luffy does have more tolerance now of poison, because he did get poisoned by Magellan back in Impel Down, and Caesar was like so offended to be compared with by Magellan. And I'm like, yeah, but Magellan like almost killed Luffy, you know, he was like the closest person to kill Luffy. So yeah, it kind of reminded me of Magellan's poisonous ability. Yeah, him in his gas form, Caesar in his gas form, like it's really dangerous. Like he was trying to restrain him, Luffy was trying to restrain him, but it didn't work. But before that, Caesar actually encoded him with poison, the poisonous gas. I mean slimy, using slimy, but and trying to like blow him up with an explosion, and everyone was so shocked. Everyone thought that Luffy died, but it turns out that Luffy actually dodged it. So hooray for that. And then Luffy tried to restrain him. I think that was the best time that Smoker could have like stabbed Caesar with his jeet, because his jeet is made out of sea stone, so that would have actually helped them taking out Caesar. But obviously Smoker, with his pride, he's not going to, and obviously laws as well, you're not supposed to like side with pirates. I totally understand that. I'm just saying that there's a bigger threat out there. If you have a common enemy, then your differences with Luffy shouldn't be affected, shouldn't like matter too much, because at least you're taking out a bigger problem. So I hope Smoker like tries to like realize like in the later episodes that actually like he realizes that Luffy is not the biggest threat here. It's actually the master that they all need to stop. At least you have that common enemy. If you understand what I'm trying to say here, if you work together, you can defeat the master. At the moment, they're all knocked out, so they can't do that at the moment, unfortunately. But I mean, the other members are still around, so hopefully they can. I don't know what he's gonna do with them. I don't know if he's gonna imprison them or what, because they're not actually dead, not yet. Well, their main characters, like, I don't believe Smoker and Tashigi are just gonna die in this arc. I hardly believe that. So yeah, it was really sad seeing everyone getting defeated by Caesar at the end. But yeah, it's getting very intense now, and I'm trying to figure out how they can defeat Caesar. I really want him to get killed by one of his own experiments, but I don't know what. And at the very end, we saw Law getting into the laboratory with Monet, and secretly carrying Chopper, and he was trying to like you know, trick Monet into thinking that he's still siding with them, when actually he's now working for the Straw Pirates, technically. He has his own ulterior motive, but he actually came across someone. We did not see the face of this mysterious man that came up to him, and he actually put Law into a lot of pain. I believe he was the one that made Law get into pain, because Law was like he felt a lot of pain. He was hurt somehow. So I was like shocked, like why the hell is he all of a sudden getting hurt by something, and it seems like this man is causing it. We don't know who this is, but it turns out that this person is from his past, so I don't know who that is, but yeah, that's that. And yeah, that's my thoughts. Yeah, so what do you think of this episode? Let me know, and stay tuned for more.